Hey, Rainbow here, and welcome to my channel. So, yeah, this is a good one. How to convince your significant other, and I'm going to say how to convince your wife for the most part. We have a bunch of different situations out there, but over 99% of the people who watch my channel are male. So I kind of have to go with the majority on this one. All right, so this is a really difficult one, especially if you're thinking about getting back into motorcycles. It's a little different if you already have one and you want to get a second motorcycle. That's a tougher sell. But let's just talk about if you want to have and you want to start riding motorcycles again or for the first time, and you're not single and just able to do whatever you want for whatever reason that is, which is all for good stuff. Anyway, so some of the things you're going to hear is, what do you want a motorcycle for? You're going to kill yourself. Or do you think you're a teenager again? All those kind of stuff. Or you're going to hurt yourself and then I'm going to be here with these kids by myself, or whatever the deal is. You know what I mean? It's a tough sell. It could be a real tough sell, especially if you want to get back in. So there are a couple of things that you can bring up and you can talk about as far as this is concerned. And one of them is you can simply say, I'm going to be happier. I'll be in a better mood because I'm going to have the me time that I need. Now, if you already have the quad and the bass boat and the big truck and the car, you know, a sports car, well, you're on your own with that one. You've already established a track record of me. But if you just have a regular, normal, everyday life, one of the things you could say is, hey, I'm going to be happier. I'm going to have more me time. I'm going to be able to connect more with the environment around me. I'll be able to discover things. I'll be able to clear my head after work, or maybe taking this bike to work instead of driving. I'll be in a better mood at work. I'll get promoted. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of ways you can go with that one. But let's look at some tangible things. Number one, even if it's seasonal, for that amount of time, whether it's year-round or seasonal, I'm going to save gas money, right? You're going to save gas money versus taking the car. What else with the car? Well, it's a lot less wear and tear on the car because you're putting it onto the motorcycle, and motorcycles are typically easier to maintain because the simple things you can do in your garage, they're easy. They're relatively easy. Similar to working on a car, but they're smaller, the less of it. Now, the other thing is if you're not super handy and you start learning how to do this stuff, you can say, well, I'm going to be a little bit more handy around the house because I'm going to learn more of the mechanical end of things. Now, I grew up thinking that every single guy knew how to do everything with, you know, construction and contracting and mechanical work because that's how I grew up. And I know a lot of people that I grew up with were the same. But as I got older, I got to find out that some people just didn't have that input and they didn't grow up in that type of environment. So if you didn't, now's your opportunity to kind of step forward with this if you haven't already. Now, one of the things, before I even continue, you know, on the negative is your significant other, your wife, or whatever is on the other side of that marriage certificate or long-term relationship, all they're going to see is biker babes and you out at biker parties and stuff like that. They're going to picture wrecks like this. You know, they're going to be more concerned about your safety probably than anything, but there's also that other component that I just talked about. Now, one thing that you can talk about is that, hey, this motorcycle, it's cheaper insurance. It's not going to cost a lot of money. It's very inexpensive, especially if you're up north and it's seasonal riding and you're not going to be riding a lot. But again, I always revert back to in the summertime, in the spring, and early fall, I could take it to work and save money on gas, which is going to free up the other car and it'll be less maintenance on that other car. You got to think of the positives. In the meantime, just vision yourself being out there on the road. Another thing is, if you have a lot of experience or you're going to start getting more experience, you can ride together. This is a big one. This is a big factor. Honey, this is something that we can do together. This is something that will be for us, and it'll be just us and the quiet, the roar of the engine, and we're just going to be out and about doing things by ourselves. We can go up into the mountains, we can go along the beach, we can go out on a country road together and stop for a picnic. Whatever it takes, you have to go in that direction if you want to be able to get that bike. But these are the things that you're going to need in order to move forward to convince that it's a great idea that you get a motorcycle. And by the way, it is a great idea, because as men and some women, we are envisioning us on the open road, the wind in our hair, although that's another subject. Wear a helmet. But you could still envision that, right? The big Fonda guy, bam, you know, easy rider on your way out. It does give you an opportunity to relive your youth, and it brings back a lot, and it does really put you in a better mood. So there's a lot of positive to this, but you really have to look at some of these things that are going to convince your significant other that, you know what? You know, he should get a motorcycle. And maybe, if you're lucky enough, they'll even be thinking, good, it'll get him out of my hair. Which brings me to something else. If you're having a lazy weekend, you're not going to want to lay around on the couch. Another selling point. Riding a motorcycle, keeping it balanced, steering, being attentive, burns more calories. So you're going to be in better shape riding a motorcycle. I mean, all motorcyclists have six-packs, don't they? Didn't we at one time? Maybe not. Anyway, but it's true. You are going to actually burn more calories than you are eating a couch potato. Anyway, keep it positive. Make it about the two of you. Point out the tangible items and then take it from there. The only thing I can tell you is good luck, be sincere, and get that motorcycle in your garage. This is Rainbow. If you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe. If not, like and subscribe just for the hell of it anyway. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, have yourself a great day. Rainbow, and I am out of here. Bye-bye.